In the heart of a warm, sunlit desert, where red rocks glowed like embers and tiny cacti poked up from the sand, lived a bustling colony of lizards. Their green and brown scales shimmered in the sunlight, and every morning, they basked on the rocks, greeting the desert with a slow, wise nod. But there was one lizard who wondered about it all, Zazu, a young, curious lizard with bright, round eyes and an adventurous spirit. One morning, while the desert sun painted long shadows across the sand, Zazu asked his mother, "Mama, why do we always nod our heads?" His mother's eyes twinkled like tiny emeralds. "Ah, Zazu," she said, "our nodding is a tradition, passed down through generations. It teaches us to be patient, to watch carefully, and to respect the wisdom of those who came before us." Zazu tilted his head. "But can't we just do what we think is right?" His mother smiled. "Sometimes thinking without listening leads to trouble. Come, and you'll see what I mean." Later that morning, Zazu and his friends spotted a shiny beetle crawling across the sand. Its shell glimmered like polished amber. "I'll catch it first," Zazu shouted, darting forward like a flash of green. But the clever beetle darted under a rock, then zigzagged across the sand, always staying just out of reach. Frustrated, Zazu stopped and panted. "I can't catch it. Why is it so tricky?" He noticed the older lizards on the rocks, nodding slowly as they watched the beetle. They didn't rush. They waited, carefully, quietly. Zazu remembered his mother's words and decided to try something different. He crouched low, watching the beetle's path. He waited patiently, holding still, even though his tail twitched with excitement. Then, at the perfect moment, the beetle paused on a smooth rock. Zazu pounced gently, catching it safely without any struggle. He looked at the older lizards, eyes wide. "I see now," he exclaimed. "Patience really does make a difference." That afternoon, as the desert heat rippled across the sand, Zazu noticed a young desert fox stuck in a crevice between two rocks. The fox whimpered softly. Zazu's first instinct was to jump in and pull it out himself. "I'll help you," he shouted. But then he remembered the nodding lizards and the lessons of patience. He scampered to the elders for advice. The oldest lizard, Senna, nodded thoughtfully. "Use your eyes, not just your strength," she said. "Sometimes thinking carefully and listening is the safest way to help." With Senna's guidance, Zazu found a long stick and, step by step, pried the rocks open just enough for the fox to wriggle free. The young fox shook its ears and licked Zazu's face in gratitude. "Thank you. You're very clever," said the fox. Zazu smiled proudly. "I didn't do it alone. I listened to the older lizards and followed their wisdom." As the sun began to set, painting the desert sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple, Zazu gathered the younger lizards around. "Do you know why we nod?" he asked, grinning. The little ones shook their heads. "Because nodding teaches patience," Zazu explained. "It reminds us to wait, watch, and stay calm. And it teaches us to learn from those who have more experience, so we don't get into trouble." The little lizards nodded eagerly, and Zazu felt proud. He had learned something valuable and shared it with the next generation. From that day on, the desert echoed with the gentle nodding of lizards, up and down, up and down. But now, every nod carried understanding, patience, and respect for wisdom. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.